welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title of today's video, I wanted to sit down and film a favorites video. It has been quite a while since I have filmed one, but if you follow me on social media, you will know that my mental health has kind of been up in the air recently, and there have been a few things that have been bringing me just a little bit of joy, just enough to kind of get through everything that is going on, and I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about them. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing, and let's get into it. So the first item that I actually have to talk to you guys about today is an entire company, and it's Ana Luisa, and they are a sustainable gold jewelry company. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know dainty gold jewelry are my favorite. I love the simplicity of them, I love the elegance of them, but as somebody who thinks about their footprint when it comes to, you know, just their daily life, jewelry is definitely a huge aspect of that because it takes 20 tons of earth to mine a single gold ring. And if you think about how often people are buying gold, especially if you are somebody who does buy gold, think about that. Think about your impact on the planet. And that is something that I've had a lot of trouble kind of moving through. So discovering Ana Luisa was really important to me because they are a sustainable jewelry company, like I said. So they use 100% recycled gold and sterling silver products. I'm gonna go ahead and insert close-ups of the items that I chose. They are stunning. I love them, and kind of go over specifically why I chose each and every one of them. But first, I also have to mention that they have incredibly fair prices. Like I said, prices are always something that I am also focusing on. I do work full-time, but you know, I really want my money to go to a company that matters, and they have prices that range from $49 to higher end pieces, so there truly is something for everybody. I really love this company, you guys, because they get their same products from like Louis Vuitton and Tiffany's, but because they are a recycled company, they are able to sell it in a way that is affordable for everyone. And like I said, I do like the less impact on the planet kind of thing as well. So I'm enjoying the fact that there aren't markups, and I'm enjoying the fact that it is sustainable for our planet. Now, onto the pieces, obviously, that I said I had chosen. The first one is this beautiful locket, and it does have a tiny little ring that attaches to it. I actually chose this because, as you guys know, I am in a new relationship, and I wanted to get something that kind of commemorated the fact that I am in a really wonderful time in my life. The next piece that I chose is this little hammered piece of gold. I really like rustic looking things, things that look sort of recycled, things that look sort of reborn and new, and I loved the look of this one. I love simple round pendant pieces as well, so I thought this really fit in for me. It definitely is a great statement piece to wear if you're not looking for something too flashy, but something that does kind of catch the eye. And then obviously the last one that I got is the horn and then another little gold pendant. I love the look of these because they are very, once again, very dainty. But if you look at like the sort of horned one, it is a little bit more of a statement. And like I said, I do like a lot of statement pieces, but I do like things that are a bit understated at the same time. So I think the blend of the two is really wonderful. And the cool thing about this company is also you can get pieces that are a little bit longer, like you can get different chains for each item, or you can get like extensions for items that you already own. So say you want to make a necklace a little bit longer, they do offer things like that as well. So I love these pieces. If you guys want my discount code or anything, it is listed in the down bar. All of their information is listed down there, and I would love to thank Ana Luisa for sponsoring the beginning portion of this video. All right, now moving forward, I'm gonna get into some, I would say, skincare items. The first thing that I wanna talk about is actually this. And yes, this is a sunscreen. If you guys don't know, I'm out in the sun pretty much constantly, but as somebody who does have a lot of tattoos, finding a good sunscreen that isn't going to kind of make me slide around and be greasy and show up on my clothes and stuff, this one does a little bit, but it's still really, really good. I definitely feel like this prevented me from getting any sunburns so far this summer. I did get a little bit of a tan, which is not necessarily my favorite, but this one didn't leave that greasy feeling, and it does smell slightly of bananas. I have been using Sunbum for years, basically since I lived in California about 8 years ago, and this is still one of my absolute favorite sunscreen brands, sun care sunscreen brands. So if you're looking for something that is, I wouldn't say it's like the most affordable, but is, I feel like, the healthier option, especially if you want to Google like the different types of sunscreens, that is definitely more on the safe side for you. So you just got to kind of figure out if you want a physical or a chemical sunscreen, but I really, really like that one. The next two things that I want to talk about are from The Ordinary. The first one is just the face moisturizer. This is so far one of the best moisturizers I've ever used. It doesn't leave my skin feeling greasy or heavy, but you can definitely tell when you wake up in the morning, if you just use this on your own, you feel very hydrated, you feel very plump. And as somebody who gets pretty dry skin in the summer, I think it's because I tend to burn on my face, this has been helping a lot. It's just so far, I would say, the best that I've ever used because, like I said, it's not very heavy, but it is very, very moisturizing. The next thing that I've been loving, and this is for many, many reasons, is the 100% organic cold pressed rose hip seed oil, also by The Ordinary. You can find both of these pretty cheap online. They are a more affordable skincare brand. I think there's a little bit of like, some products are really great, some products aren't, but these two are the ones that I love the most. This is the best. If you have breakouts like I do, whether they are hormonal breakouts or related to maybe your diet, or you just tend to have breakouts, some people are just like that. That would be me. This has been really helpful for when my breakouts start to heal because I get scars very easily these days. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older or what, but this has been really good to put on at night. And when I wake up in the morning, instead of scabbing and kind of flaking off, any of my breakouts have very much so calmed. So that scabbing kind of goes away, which limits the amount of scarring that I'm getting on my face right now. So this, because it is very affordable and because it is very effective, I did want to throw it in this video. If you have acne, if you struggle with anything like that, don't avoid oils. I've heard that oils are really the best for you. And I will say that for me, it has been the one thing that has kind of kept my, you know, like hormonal acne or just like my diet acne at bay as an adult. So definitely check out something like this. We're moving more into the like makeup kind of aspect. I don't necessarily know if this would 100% fit in makeup, but I have here the Healthy Fragrance by La Vanille. If you guys are not aware, I love vanilla. Vanilla is hands down my favorite scent, and I've had this perfume for quite a while, but I think I've fallen more in love with it recently because we are kind of in the tail end of the summer month, and I realized that this perfume transitions so well from like summer to spring to fall to winter. It is so good. It is just pure vanilla, but it isn't like the vanilla that I think normal people would picture. It's not that very artificial vanilla. It is just very delicious and rich. This is one of the very few perfumes that does not give me a headache. If you are scent sensitive, this, because it is pure ingredients, if you're like sensitive to things like that, this does not give me a headache. That is something to be aware of when it comes to perfumes. If you can focus on like essential oils and stuff, those tend to be better for you. There is actually no monitoring by the FDA when it comes to what goes into perfumes. So finding a healthier company, if you're like me and you kind of want to like pay attention to sort of what you're putting into your body or on your body, this is a good choice. I absolutely love this one, and it also just smells friggin' delicious. Oh, I did forget like a skincare, hair care favorite. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this in here. Now, this item, normally I purchase cruelty-free, but unfortunately I bought this and wasn't paying attention. I have the entire set, so I don't know if I would repurchase this, but if you are, you know, using products that maybe are tested on animals, this might be something that you enjoy, but it is the Damage Repairing Treat 1 Minute Hair Mask by Garnier Fructis. Now, the thing about this, it is vegan, the container is recyclable, there are no animal-based ingredients in here, but Garnier is not a cruelty-free brand, so just be aware of that if that is something that you pay attention to. But I will say that this hair mask, especially since getting my hair cut, you can tell how much damage this truly repairs and how silky and smooth my hair feels afterwards. I freaking love this stuff. But like I said, it is a favorite, but I don't know if I'd ever repurchase it because it is not cruelty free, and I think that is super unfortunate. All right, the next items that I have to talk about are the makeup. So the first item that I have to talk about is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer from ColourPop. I fell into that trend of wearing crazy concealer that was like 3 shades too light to really brighten the under eye. Not to knock anybody that does that, but I don't do that anymore. And I found my perfect shade in this concealer that matches my foundation 100%, and I love this concealer. So I don't need to set it if I don't absolutely have to, which usually with my concealers I do. So the thing with this one is it's not 100% full coverage, but that's okay for me. I do like more of a natural look, and as somebody that wears glasses, I do find that they sort of kind of cover a lot of where my dark circles sit. So this one for me is for a win because it is hydrating and because I don't feel the need to set it down. So even though it's not 100% full coverage, because it looks so good under my eyes, I will take the exchange. The next thing that I have to talk about is also from ColourPop, and it is a Super Shock Cheek, and it was one of their mattes. It is too cool for school. This is a blush color. I'm wearing it today. I've been kind of experimenting with more brown tones when it comes to blush because I tend to wear a lot of reds and pinks and I think that it doesn't really look that good on me. It's been many years trying to find a blush shade that works for me, and this one absolutely does. I am in love with it. If you're not familiar with ColourPop's formula, they're more spongy, so if you were to touch this, it would have like a sponge consistency. They have eyeshadows that are like this. They have highlighters, obviously cheek colors, bronzers, things like that. But I love this shade. If you are of a similar complexion to me and you've been struggling to find a blush shade that really works on you, especially for summer, and I think moving into fall, this would be a good choice. Definitely check out this one. The next thing that I have to talk about is a very random find for me. I found this on Ulta, I believe, and it was on sale and I fell in love with it. And it'd be the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow Bronzer in Faux Tan. Now, the thing about this is I don't normally wear liquid bronzer products. I don't think I've ever worn a liquid bronzer in my life. But I started moving more towards cream products or more glowy products and less powders because I'm getting a little bit older, I have more wrinkles, I have obviously skin texture and such, and I feel like I just wanted to take the leap, and because this was on sale, I did pick it up. And since purchasing it, I have read so many good reviews, heard so many YouTubers talk about it. It is fantastic, especially this color. Like I said, I have Faux Tan. It is, like I said, a liquid bronzer, so when you first put it on, it is pretty intense, but it does blend into the skin really, really well. One of my absolute favorites. It's really easy to use, really versatile, I think, too, if you wanted to pop it in the crease or if you wanted to wear it as a blush, whatever, depending on your skin tone. Really, really love this one. The only downside is it only comes in 2 shades, but Bare Minerals isn't necessarily the best when it comes to their shade range in general. And the last makeup item that I have to talk about is the Bare With Me Prime Set and Refresh Multitasking Spray. It is sensitive skin friendly and it is from NYX. This is a setting spray. Now the thing about this setting spray that I really like is it does keep my makeup on longer, but it's also a bit more glowy. Like I said, I've been trying to wear more glow, like products that add a little bit of glow to make my skin look a little less dry, especially in the summer. And this has been absolutely one of my favorites. NYX is a cruelty-free brand, and it just smells so good. And I love their products. I would say they are one of my favorite cruelty-free products, not products, but brands that I have used. And you can use that spray as a primer as well as a refresher or just to set your makeup. I have used it in all ways and it is absolutely perfect for all of those things. And the last thing, the thing that I wanted to round this video out with is snacks, because I love snacks. I wanted to talk about these. They are called Smashmallow. I saved all of the other bags, but Rocco accidentally threw them away. So the ones that I have here to show you are cookie dough and the vanilla. They also have like mint chocolate chip. They have dark chocolate raspberry. They have chocolate dipped cold brew. They have a ton. I would say mint chocolate chip is definitely my favorite. And then the dark chocolate raspberry. They have a few different items that you can get. They have like Rice Krispie treats, they have the marshmallows, they have a ton of stuff and they're ever expanding. You can find them on Amazon, but I would go to their website if you're interested in something like this. But they are basically marshmallows. Like they are straight up marshmallows, little square marshmallows like you see kind of on the package here. I think they're delicious and they're not even that bad for you. 4 marshmallows is 90 calories. A little bit high in the carbs, a little bit high in the sugars, but if you're looking for a snack that is just fun to eat, and if you like marshmallows like me, this is just enough that when I eat it, I'm like, okay, like I feel good. This is good. So this is definitely something that's kind of keeping my sweet tooth at bay, especially since I've been trying to kind of watch what I eat recently for my mental health and working out and stuff also for my mental health. I didn't want to just undo that by eating, like cramming a bunch of sugar into my face. So this has been a go-to for me, definitely one of my favorites. All right, friends, so that is everything that I have been loving for the last couple of months. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below a couple of your favorites of the month. I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.